Hey guys, what's up? It's Kirsten. Today's video is my first video. Yay! So today is kind of my intro to my channel. I'm happy to finally do this. You guys really wanted me to make a YouTube, so I decided why not. And right now, we're talking about Tinder. So yes, we're talking about Tinder. Now everybody knows what Tinder is. We know that Tinder is hard. I had heard about Tinder. I knew it was a hookup site. So once I was out of this super long 3-year relationship, I thought I should try Tinder. So yeah, lots of left swipes, some right swipes, some cute guys. And then I came across this one guy. He was super cute. He was 20 at the time. I was about to turn 23 in May. And we ended up talking through Tinder for about 10 minutes. And then he asked for my number and I was like, okay, like you can have my number, like you're cute. So I gave him my number and then like immediately he didn't even text me, he just FaceTimed me. And I was like, who is this? I answered it and I was kind of like, oh my god, he's actually so much cuter. We talked for about 3 hours. We had a lot of the same interests, so I was like, dope, like he's cute, he's my type, like this date's gonna go well. We ended up planning to meet with each other on a Wednesday and this was Sunday. So Wednesday rolls around and I remember being on the phone with my mom and being like, I'm so nervous, oh my god, mom. And then I remember seeing him walk towards me and I was like, I gotta go, mom, bye. So I meet him, he's cute, he's tall, he seemed really nice. We went out to sushi and then we went out to GameWorks. We kissed, it was the best date ever. So I meet up with him, it's Friday night, like we planned on going to the grocery store, getting a bunch of stuff from the Asian market and cooking at his place. And I remember picking him up and he was giving me directions to this place and he was being so bossy, like it was just so unattractive. He was like, I told you to turn there, and I'm like, excuse me? So I'm driving, he's doing directions, and I guess I missed the turn because he didn't tell me the turn was coming up. He got so freaking mad at me. Whatever, that was like my first red flag. And I feel like when you first start dating someone, you want to be on your best behavior, because I know I do. I think people get comfortable and people's personalities start to show. His bad flaws were like already coming out so early, so that's why it worried me. He asked me if we could hang out that Sunday and I was like, okay, you know, I'll come over, I'll hang out on Sunday. So I come that Sunday and I think we just kind of chilled at his house playing video games and stuff, which like that's what I love to do. And he tries to do the whole throw me on the bed, like getting like too close, too comfortable with me. Like I've known this guy literally a week. And I remember I got so mad. I don't like that you're always trying to do this, like you did it the first time and now you're doing it again, but now it's on your bed. I don't like that, I don't feel comfortable. And I remember he got so pissed that I was saying no to him. I don't have sex with someone that I'm not in a relationship with. And he was like, oh, I mean, I've been meaning to ask you, I feel like the time is right. Do you want to be my girlfriend? And I was in my head, this cracked my neck. Oh, ow. Okay, anyways, so he says, he's like, I've been meaning to ask you, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? And in my head, I was like, I'm like, what do I do? Do I say no? I barely know this guy, and now I'm in his house on his bed. He's trying to fuck me. And then now he just asked me out of the blue to be his girlfriend. In my head, I was like, this is not gonna work out. Like, this is bad. I already know that this is bad. But I felt so uncomfortable in that moment. I was just like, yeah, of course. So he was excited, and then I kind of got excited by it too, because I was like, this is my end goal. Like, I wanted to be in a relationship with someone. This is my end goal. I should be happy. I'm like, he's cute. He seems nice for the most part. I might as well try it out. I like giving people time to show me who they really are. So I thought this was kind of a bad idea, but kind of a good idea. It was like spontaneous. So he drives me home, and I remember because I was still living with my dad and my brother, and I remember telling him, I was like, oh, do you want to meet my dad? Do you want to meet my brother? He was like, oh, you know, like I'm in sweats, like not tonight. I'm like, okay, I get that. He drops me off. I immediately go on Facebook. I'm like, not single anymore. changed that thing so fast once I got home. I added him on Facebook. I immediately requested to tag him and he accepted it. And then about 2 hours later, I get a DM on Instagram from someone I don't know. So I open it and I look at it and it says, hey, you're dating my cousin's boyfriend. What? I'm like, who is this? I don't know you. And she's like, let's call her Candy. She goes, Candy's been dating, let's call him Miller. Candy's been dating Miller for like 3 months now. I'm like, that's funny because I've been dating him, I've been seeing him for a week, so that's kind of... In that moment, I thought about all the times he would get really impulsive. He was always on his phone, always flipped it down. When I asked him if I could hold his phone while reading these directions, he was like, no, it's cool, I'll hold it. Like, he never wanted me to see his phone. So in that moment, I was kind of like, damn, I knew something was off about this. She gives me her contact. I message her and I'm like, hey girl, what's up? Your cousin told me this. And she's like, yeah, me and Miller have been dating for like 2 months. And I'm like, oh, did you guys break up? And she's like, no, like he took me out for my birthday. I was with him yesterday. So she told me that he had taken her out for her birthday, which was yesterday when I didn't see him, because he was at Benny fucking Hana's with her. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I'm getting so frustrated because we weren't technically dating, but at the same time, like, you two were together last night. And she's like, yeah, like I slept over last night. So I text him and I'm like, hey, Candy let me know that you're apparently already in a relationship. He was like, what are you talking about? Like, I told that girl to leave me alone months ago. And I'm like, oh, that's funny because you saw her yesterday. And he's like, no, I didn't. Well, she says that you were. And he's like, believe what you want. He was getting mad at me. He's like, don't listen to her. Like, she's crazy. Like, I broke it off with her to be with you. So I messaged Candy and I'm like, you went to Benihana's, right? So that means that you guys took pictures there because they take their picture for you when you're at Benihana's. I go, can you send me that? She's like, yeah, that's fine. She sends me the picture. She lifted up the little front thing too and it had the date on it and it was yesterday. So I send him that picture and I'm like, well, this is what Candy just sent me. That looks just like you. And that date does not lie. And he said, believe what you want. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is over. Don't talk to me anymore. I'm done with you. Like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like, okay, well then why did she sleep over last night? Like, he just kept giving me these bullshit excuses. Okay, so that was my first experience with Tinder. That was the worst out of all of them. I had a lot of weird dates. The ones that I did go on were awkward and weird, and I got catfished sometimes. I remember I went on this date with this guy. And when I got there, he didn't look anything like his picture. I don't know. It was the MySpace angles or something. I got there, like, I was obviously nice. Like, we had a good time. Like, I made the best out of it. Not even really getting catfished. Just, I don't know. So yeah, when I moved here, I went on a couple dates. A month goes by. I matched with this guy named Matt. And me and Matt talked for about 3 weeks on the phone. Told him how much I love Disneyland. We decided that our first date should be Disneyland. I remember seeing him for the first time. I'm like, ah, he's so cute. I like moved his chin and I gave him a big kiss. He was so cute about it. He was just like, yay. We walked around some more and then I think we got food. We kissed again in his car. So that was the best Tinder date in my whole life because I got a boyfriend out of it. We think it's kind of funny, like, when we tell how we met, because I just never really imagined that I could find a good person off Tinder. I'm happy that I never gave up. I guess just like how I'm gonna end this video, okay, kind of like this is how I have to like throw it in. Okay, so you know how like Tinder profiles have their Instagram attached to it? I was like, oh, this guy's cute, and I followed him. Right swiped him, like I thought he was cute, but then we never matched, so whatever. Me and Matt start dating in October. I think a month later we went to Korean barbecue with his Korean side. So he followed me on Instagram and would see all the people's pictures that I was liking. I didn't know that you were following my cousin on Instagram. I'm like, oh, who's your cousin? And he's like, oh, it's this guy. And he pulls his Instagram up. I'm like, oh, babe, I gotta tell you something. He's like, what? I'm like, oh, yeah, I found him on Tinder. He's like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't match with him or anything. Found him on Tinder and I decided to follow his Instagram. He's like, hey, do you want to go out to Korean barbecue with like my Korean side? And I'm like, yeah, of course, I'm always down for Korean barbecue. Okay, my cousin's gonna be there. I'm like, oh, it's not like we ever met in person or whatever, but still, it was kind of funny just meeting his family. He just happened to be a part of the family. So that was kind of my Tinder video. Like this video if you liked it, if you want me to do more story times like this. I have tons of stories, different challenges that I want to do. I will be doing either a challenge video or another story time video for my next one. I kind of like telling these story times, so it's kind of up to you what you guys want to see. So please let me know and I'll either do a poll on Twitter or Instagram. If you made it this far, good for you. I ramble a lot. Go in the comments, tell me what you would like to see, or if there's a challenge out there that you guys want me to do, you guys should let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you again for watching.